In the grand theater of the cosmos, there are two kinds of endings. The swift. Imagine a light in your sky, a constant for millennia. Destruction isn't always an outward blast. Sometimes, it is a star's own heart failing. Our minds struggle with cosmic numbers, so the AI will show us. And here is the paradox. Even in its death throes, a star does not simply erase. Welcome back to Destructive Explosions. Tonight, the AI we call the Architect opens its digital arena. In this corner, the Challenger. The planet, a lonely traveler whose only purpose is a single. Its weapon isn't chemistry or fusion. It is pure. The target is acquired. The trajectory is locked. And its opponent, the reigning champion, the Star Killer. Inside this celestial giant is a furnace that has burned for millions of years. But when the fuel runs dry, that same power turns inward. The combatants are set. The arena is open. The Architect will now initiate the simulation. Round 1, the Planet Killer begins its silent, inexorable journey. From this distance, it is nothing, a harmless speck. Forged in the cold dawn of the solar system. Its gravity is a subtle herald, a whisper of the brute force that is to follow. For any observer on the target world, it would begin as a thing of beauty. The target is locked. The AI predicts an oceanic impact. First contact. The planet's own atmosphere becomes a weapon against itself. The cold stone is now a second sun. The AI simulates a viewpoint no living thing could ever witness. Impact. In this fraction of a second, the laws of physics are bent. All the kinetic energy is released in a silent, expanding sphere of pure energy. This is not a tidal wave. This is the ocean itself. Simultaneously, a seismic shockwave rips through the planet's very crust. The wound is visible from space, glowing. What goes up must come down. Trillions of tons of vaporized rock and water are blasted into the upper atmosphere. The sky itself is set on fire. The AI visualizes an instantaneous greenhouse effect. And then, the long night begins. The sun is blotted out by a shroud of dust. The verdict is in. The Planet Killer has won its bout. But in the cosmic arena, destroying a single planet is merely the opening act. Round 2. It doesn't need to travel. For millions of years, this furnace has forged heavier and heavier elements. Iron is the ash of a star's fire. Fusing it consumes energy. It does not create it. The outer layers, billions upon billions of tons of plasma. In the core, matter itself is transformed. The collapse hits its limit. A wall of superdense neutronium has formed. And then the rebound. Fe, NB, NM, Che, and Haha. The shockwave ignites the remaining layers in one final. The supernova, the final radiant scream of a dying god. The star is torn asunder, releasing more energy in a single second than our own sun will in its entire 10 billion-year lifetime. And its true weapons are unleashed, jets of gamma radiation. For any nearby planets, there is no defense. This is destruction on a systemic scale, an entire solar system. The physical shockwave of matter continues its journey. But this wave of destruction carries with it the seeds of creation. The second round is over. The Starkiller did not just destroy. And now, the final judgment. On one side, a silent tomb of a world. Let's begin the analysis with energy. While the Starkiller's output is 10 to the power of 40. One is a moment of terror, over in minutes. The other is a light show that can last for months. Their mechanisms are different. One is brute force. The legacy of the planet killer is silence, a crater, a dusty sky, a world of ghosts. The legacy of the Starkiller is far more complex. It is a canvas of rebirth. Every element in the universe heavier than iron was created in these final. The gold on your finger, the uranium in a power plant. The explosion is not just an end, it is a cosmic farmer. Our own world, our very bodies, were built from the remnants of one or more of these cataclysmic events. So, who is the winner in this cosmic duel? The one who only destroys. The answer, perhaps, lies not in the power of the blast. The architect has completed the simulation. The data is recorded. What cosmic power do you want to witness next? The infinite pull of a black hole. Let's dive deeper into this creative legacy. The AI can show us the art process. A storm of neutrons bombards the iron nuclei. Every precious vein of gold mined from the Earth is a direct. By contrast, the planet killer only rearranges the existing elements. Here, the AI shows us the great paradox. The larger, more chaotic explosion ultimately creates more complex, and the architect reminds us there is more than one way for a star to die. When this cosmic thief gains too much mass, it detonates in a uniform thermonuclear blast. Every explosion leaves a unique fingerprint in its light. But let's return to our champion. Its legacy isn't just the nebula. An object so bizarre that a spoonful of its material would outweigh a mountain. A lighthouse spinning in a cosmic graveyard. But What if the king had been even greater? Its death would not create light. A different legacy entirely. Not a cradle of life, but a prison of From our perspective, the night sky is an image of peace. Up there, in our own sky, the champions of tomorrow are waiting. When one of them finally goes, it will be the greatest astronomical show in human history. And the planet, it leaves only an eternal silence. This is the architect's final verdict. One contender represents absolute power. Through these simulations, we see not just destruction, we witness the grand death and rebirth, destruction and reconstruction. So, if the universe is a story, perhaps explosions are the punctuation. Thank you for joining us on this journey through destruction and creation. What force of nature do you wish to explore next? The inescapable gravity of a black hole. Because in the vastness of space, there is always a bigger explosion waiting to be discovered.